Choujin X chapter 28 is here, and we are back at the Beast Isles. And yes, it has been a minute, so here is a quick recap of the past events. Tokyo, Azuma, and Ellie are currently honing their Choujin powers, aiming for signature moves and ability identification. Their seniors, Simon and Momoma, have been sent to the Beast Isles as well due to their past mishaps. As instructors, we have Ichiro Sato, a Yamato Mori keeper, and two guests from Nagamata Mori, Shadow and Roha. However, Ichiro leaves the Beast Isles as he states to be satisfied with the students' progress. And with Ichiro gone, in comes the antagonist Choujin, Chandra, Yubiko, and the newly introduced HIROTO Mori. And that is exactly where I want to begin with Choujin X chapter 28. Right on time for October, we get the debut of HIROTO's festive ability, Infernal Concert. From the central cover page, we learn that HIROTO is known as a death growl Choujin, and with the power of his voice, he is able to awaken the dead. Now currently, I take this as evidence going against the theory that the No Mask's aim is to sabotage Chandra. In the previous review, I thought Chandra may have been set up to fail, due to the irritation of the Choujin aiding him to the Beast Isles and the fact that the No Mask has apparently stood him up. However, with HIROTO's power now on display, he makes for Chandra's perfect partner in the interception of the Beast Choujin. And this is due to the Beast Isles being the memorial ground for those lost in the Great Choujin War. With this place being riddled with the dead, HIROTO is able to summon an army. And what I like most about this ability is that his singing actually sucks, which adds humor to the chaotic event. At first, I thought Ellie was just being sassy when she comments on the tone-deaf vocals, but Shadow later confirms HIROTO is certified garbage. And although we end this chapter with HIROTO entering a raise, meaning that he is receiving a power-up the next chapter, I have faith that Shadow and Roha will be able to stop him due to the familiarity with HIROTO, as he is also from the Nagamata Prefecture. Now for our bonding moments between Tokyo and Simon. After hours of training and wholesome handshakes, we get into a conversation between Simon and Tokyo. It is here that Simon expresses that Tokyo has yet to discover his own purpose. And although we have witnessed growth within Tokyo and his drive, he hasn't fully grown independent from Asuma. This frustrates Tokyo because for the first time he has found some sort of motivation. And even with that, the core force of this newfound motivation is Asuma. Still struggling to find his identity, Tokyo has not grown as much as he thought. But I am hopeful that one day Tokyo would learn to view Asuma as his inspiration as opposed to his motivation, seeing the bigger picture and view himself as someone who could save the lives of many as opposed to just one. Because as he stands now, Tokyo appears to only want to be Asuma's hero, although we have seen potential for Tokyo through his past identity crisis. As he wonders if he could ever become a strong enough Choujin to protect others, he thinks of Shiwazaki during a follow-up conversation with Sandek, who tells Tokyo that he has grown since their first meeting. As for Simon, I believe that he is trying to protect Tokyo, and he may also be identifying with Tokyo, as his motivations also stem from him shackling himself to his family and wanting revenge for their massacre. But where these motivations differ is what Simon is afraid of. Off the rip, Simon is already cautious of Asuma after witnessing the destruction that he is capable of. He also believes that someone such as Asuma is unfit in becoming a keeper. So with Tokyo determined to live for the sake of Asuma, Simon fears that Tokyo may lose himself in a pursuit that is unreciprocated. This is something that we've also witnessed in past chapters, entering the mind of Asuma as he wishes that nothing had ever changed, and it was he who could remain Tokyo's personal hero, not the other way around. Simon's dialogue makes me want to know if he speaks from a personal experience. We can assume that his independent nature stems from his past trauma, but I'm curious to know if there was a separate instance where Simon found himself living for the sake of others aside from his lost relatives. This conversation ends with the two sensing a Choujin attack, and one takeaway from this scene is that Tokyo appears to have an ability that is unique, as Simon questions how he is able to tell that one of the Choujin is Asuma. This is not the first time that Tokyo and Asuma have displayed a resonance, as they have already shared a variation of a singular dream. But I am curious to know why this is the case. Although it is true that they have both attained their ability via the syringe, they each used a separate device. And with chapter 28, we end with 3 battles in place: Yubiko the Mandala Body Choujin versus Asuma, Chandra versus Simon and Tokyo, and HIROTO along with the Dead Army versus Ellie, Shadow, Roha, and Momoma. It is still unknown whether it is Tokyo, Asuma, or both who are the beast who is tied to the creature of the tower. But all in all, that is chapter 28. I am looking for 29. Hopefully we get it this month. But hey, he seems like he's having fun with this series, and I'm thankful. Take care.